Okay, TJ Atkinson in the building, your finance coach. So today we're going to be talking about rules for money. Now I've got about 50 rules for money, so I've had to kind of whittle it down to just seven very important ones. But I think you should adopt every single one of them. Do me a favor guys, make sure you like, comment and subscribe. Cool, so let's get straight into this. Before we talk about the rules for money, the 7 rules for money, you've got to understand something. Money tends to be quite taboo. Many people don't like to talk about money, which is absolutely crazy. Most of the time, it's because of the information that's been passed to us by society and our parents. Many of us come from a place where you don't discuss money, you just don't talk about money. But many people don't know that that was because people didn't have money. Rich folks talk about money, they teach their kids about money. They educate them, they give them pocket money, they make them do certain things and they reward them by money. So it means a conversation is being had regarding money. Many people's parents didn't have much money, so there was no conversation about money. So that's why we've got to have these conversations now. And secondly, society, especially in the UK, which is absolutely crazy, it's deemed a bit flashy, it's deemed a bit arrogant, it's deemed a bit crude to talk about money. And that's why you don't learn what somebody else is doing that could change your life. So let's get straight into the 7 things, the 7 rules that you've got to implement today that will start to change your life. Now there are different stages to money. Number 1, it starts with understanding money. Once you understand money, then the remaining principles fall into place. So you understand money, then you learn to save money, then you learn to grow money, then you learn to multiply your money. So let's get straight into this. So number 1, talk about money. Don't be embarrassed to talk about money. We talk about our boyfriends, we talk about our girlfriends, we talk about our cats, we talk about our kids, but yet we don't talk about money. Many times when we talk about our boyfriends or our girlfriends, it's to get advice, it's to find out about what am I doing, what could I do better, what are you doing in your relationship to keep your sex life alive. We ask all this information, but when it comes down to probably one of the most important topics on earth, because remember, the reason why I say it's important is because we spend a good 60% of our week pursuing money, which means going to work, waking up very early, getting ready, jumping on a train, going to work for 12 to 15 hours and going back home, sleeping again and repeating the same cycle. So why don't we talk about that very important factor? So number 1, don't be afraid to talk about money. Don't be afraid to ask somebody about money. Don't be afraid to approach someone that looks like they're doing a little bit better than you and say, hey, can I find out what you are doing with your money? Where are you investing your money? Where are you putting your money? What's the savings accounts you're using at the moment? Where can I put my money? If you're not having these conversations, then you're not going to learn. So number 1, the first task I'm going to set you is this week, talk to somebody about money. Approach them on Instagram, on Facebook, in person. Hey, listen, I've been listening to this crazy finance guy and he's saying I've got to ask you a simple question. It's up to you if you want to answer me. Can I find out from you what you are doing with your money at the moment? What sort of returns are you getting at the moment? What interest rates are you getting at the moment? That's very crucial. Get in the habits of discussing money. Number 2, and I believe this should have been put in the Bible. It says, thou shalt not spend a penny of your wage or your income before your bills are paid. This is a very important philosophy. Don't spend 1 penny until all the costs have been deducted. So it means if you get paid £1,000 per month and your bills are £500 per month, you take out your bills first and then whatever is left is what you start to live on. This is very important because it starts to teach you the principles of saving money and growing money. The mistake so many of us make is we make £1,000, we assume that £1,000 is profit, so we start to spend. And that's why people have little money or no money left at the end of the month. Treat your money like a business. Take out all the costs associated with it, and whatever is left is what you use to live your life. Take your bills out first, then reward yourself. This is probably the most important one that we all know already. Live below your means. I don't care if you're making £600,000 per year. Let me reassure you, somebody that's getting paid £600,000 per year is not spending £600,000 per year. The simple truth and the simple science to better money management is living significantly below your means. It's so important, such a very, very crucial thing. Whatever money you make, find out what you need in order to live and to survive. And then do this again. Double down on it. So if you think you need £1,000 a month to survive, then you've got to ask yourself, what can I take out of this £1,000 a month that can help me save more money? Because you think you need £1,000 to survive per month doesn't mean that's actually what you need. That's what you believe you need. Then you need to do a deeper analysis. So again, this is what you need to do again this week. Find out your cost of living. Most people don't do this. You don't run your life like a business. Find out the cost of living. Find out how much it costs you per month to live. Once you have that figure, then go through the entire list and say, okay, well, this is what I'm paying on my gas bill. This is what I'm paying on my electric bill. Can I switch it over so I can save an extra 10, 15, 20 pounds and then bank that money? This is so important. Don't live the lifestyle that you cannot afford. So this is very, very important. Before you buy anything over £100, this is a principle. Before you buy anything over £100, sleep on it. Take at least 24 hours, in many cases take 48 hours before you buy that item. £100 is a lot of money. Now, to many of you, I'm sure you're all rich, so £100 is probably nothing to you. But you've got to look at it this way. If you're going to spend £100, you've got to calculate how many hours of work it took you to generate £100. So let's do the maths. If you're getting paid £10 per hour, that's 10 hours of your work. If you're getting paid £20 per hour, that's 5 hours of your work. So does it make sense to go and spend 5 hours worth of your life in just buying a random item? So you've got to sleep on it. You've got to do the maths on it. You've got to analyze and say, will this better me? Do I really need it? Let me sleep on it. And if I really need it, then I'll purchase it. That stops you from buying items that you don't need. It stops you from being frivolous. So anything that costs over £100, take 24 hours to 48 hours to sleep on it, and if you still need it after then go and buy it. But in many cases, guess what's going to happen? You're going to realize that you don't need it and you were just being a bit frivolous. Oh, by the way, make sure you like, comment and subscribe. Hey, build a relationship with your bank statement. In the comment section, let me know if you look at your bank statement on a weekly basis. You should be doing it on a daily basis. You've got to build an intimate relationship with your bank statement. Don't be afraid to look at your bank statement. Don't be afraid to stare at it and feel embarrassed when you see the tiny little things that you're spending your money on that's causing you not to be able to save and invest and multiply your money. Because remember, the rules of wealth are very simple. It's the ability to get money, save money, grow your money and multiply your money. But if you don't have anything left over because you're spending it, then how are you going to grow or multiply it? So build a relationship with your bank statement. Go through your bank statement and pinpoint where you are bleeding money or where you are leaking money. That's so important, and that's the beginning of growth, because you start to realize that, hey, I don't need to spend X amount of money on Ubers. I don't need to spend X amount of money on KFC. I can spend my money better. But you've got to build that relationship. Most people run away because they don't want to see the disaster that's going on in their bank statement. Face it head on. This is absolutely crucial. Come on. Everyone should know this, but most people don't do it. Every single person knows about inflation. Inflation is the erosion of your money. There are different ways to describe it, but again, I'll put a description in the link. But inflation effectively is the value of your money is losing value. So if you had £1, let's say inflation is whatever it is, your pound could be worth 98 pence later. Most people think it's negligible, but it's not negligible because it means your money cannot grow because it's actually dissipating. Hey, I will do another video on that another day. Got to make sure you beat inflation. If you're leaving your money just sitting there, then you're losing money. Just a simple, I'm not even talking about having a savings account. I'm talking about find a way to make sure your money is at least making you some money to beat inflation. Make sure you are budgeting. This is the simplest thing I can say. Budget. Determine how much you need. Determine how much you need and build a system around it. How much do I need to live? How much do I need to spend? How much do I need for socials? How much do I need to go out with my friends? You need to know exactly what's going on with your money. You need to know where every single penny and account for every single penny. Otherwise, you will not be able to save, grow, and multiply your money. And most importantly, just before we round off, I think it's very important to explain something, and this is something I will do in another video if you want me to. Never ever buy luxury items with earned income. Earned income means money that you've slaved for, money that you've worked for, money that's been derived from your 35 hours to 40 hours worth of work per week. It makes no logical sense to use money that you've worked for, that means earned money, slaved money, to buy luxury or frivolous items. That's got to come from passive income. So it means you make money from your earned income, you invest some of that money, you turn it into passive income, which technically means free income. And if you want to spend your free income on luxuries or frivolous goods or whatever you want to spend it on, you could throw it off the roof. You could throw it in the river. You could throw it at people if you want to, because it's not earned, it's not derived from your efforts, it's derived from an investment, and the investment is the cycle that's worked, and the cycle that's worked is spitting out money, therefore you can do whatever you want with that money. Again, that's an entire topic that I would love to address. Let me know in the comment section if you want me to talk about earned and passive income and what to do with both and how to increase both. I will be more than happy to do so. So hey guys, hope you got some value from that. Make sure you like, comment and subscribe. And if you know someone that could benefit from this video, make sure you tag them or you send this to them.